Everybody. It's time for the 8th installment of the teaching on Samson. I think this will be a short one. It's called The Men of Judah. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter, and he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah, and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, Why are you come up against us? And they answered, To bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he had done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam, and said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that you've done to us? And he said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done to them. And they said unto him, We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, Swear unto me that you will not fall on me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, No, but we will bind thee fast and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords, and brought him up from the rock. Judges 15, 8 through 13. Now Samson was becoming quite a trouble to the Philistines. Testimonies of killings, and even the stripping of the corpses, burning fields, heaps of bodies of Philistines having been slain hip and thigh, had gotten all the way up to the leadership of the Philistine occupiers. Obviously, this Samson had to be dealt with. But Samson was also becoming a trouble to Judah and the other tribes. They had followed a policy of appeasement and cooperation with this obviously superior culture. Judah and Israel wanted peace with them, even if it meant the loss of national sovereignty and the forfeiture of the heavenly calling which was upon them. But Samson was stirring things up. He was making too much trouble, and if they didn't deal with him, he was going to get them all killed or make their enslavement even worse than it already was. These events foreshadowed the situation centuries later with the true strong man and the final deliverer of Israel. I quote, Some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Jesus had done. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, What do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans will come and take away both our place and nation. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest that same year, said unto them, You know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. John 11, 46 to 50. After meeting with the Philistines, the decision was made by the elders of Judah to hand Samson over to the hands of the Gentiles. A delegation was formed to arrest him, but they weren't taking any chances. The arresting posse was 3,000 strong. The consultation between Samson and the arresting party of Jewish elders was revealing. They said, Don't you know that the Philistines are rulers over us? Look at what you've done to us. In this way, the men of Judah not only foreshadow the high priest and the elders in the days of the Messiah, but they're also reenacting Samson's wife. They fear the Philistines, not God. They want to work with them, and Samson is making it difficult. They do not believe in the deliverance that he was born and dedicated to begin. They took the dark side in the conflict. But in this instance, Samson also foreshadows the Messiah. For it is written, He's led like a lamb to the slaughter. All he wants is assurance that his own people will not fall on him, but they will deliver him into the hands of the Gentiles instead. So he stretches out his hands and allows Judah to bind him and lead him away, just as Abraham bound Isaac, and as the Pharisees and Sadducees would bind Jesus, and he is led meekly to the slaughter. Shalom, everybody.